everybody, welcome back to Come Lose It with Matt Duncan. I'm your host. My name is Matt Duncan. It's in the name. It's on my birth certificate. And it's definitely on that driver's license that I love so much. God, what would I do without driving, man? How is everyone doing? Can you answer me? Can you respond in the comments? Can you stop being a weirdo trying to get on my podcast when you... I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's with this the scamming of trying to get on podcasts that don't promote themselves. I either get emails saying, like, you need to do this and pay for this service and we'll get you more bots to listen to it. Or there's just some random people I've never heard of that want to get on the podcast. And now I guess they're reading the transcripts or they're scanning the transcripts because now podcasts have transcripts. And they're trying to make it look like they're listening. I don't know what's going on, man. I just haven't been responding because I just don't trust it. This is so weird to me. It's weird. I've been doing well, thank you. I've been busy. I know this is kind of turned into a monthly podcast, but that's just the way it goes right now. There's nothing I can really do about that. It's just been busy. You know, the summers are hard. I've been busy. I've been acting, guys. I've been doing commercials. I've been doing the TV show. I've been working more than I have in a really long time. It's crazy. Now, is that it for the year? Who knows? Who knows? But I'm hot right now, so I got to ride the wave. I got to ride the wave and try to keep things going. I'm here with my co-host, Gus. He hears me going nuts. This is always a weird experience for the dog to see me talking, doesn't know what I'm doing. He doesn't know what a fucking podcast is. This motherfucker doesn't know what a podcast is. He's jumping on me right now. He thinks I'm freaking out. Gussie boy, it's okay. We're going to get through this episode together because it is episode 140 of the podcast. Isn't that exciting? We are into the 140s now, probably for the rest of the year. Let's be honest. I'd love to get back to a place where I'm doing it twice a week, but right now, just a once a month check-in on the world, on my fitness, on you is what matters. At least I'm getting in there. At least I'm checking in. This dog is licking my foot, and I don't like it. What's going on, man? Yeah, I'll tell you what's going on. I just did a commercial in Montreal. I got to fly in. It's the first time. Let me tell you something. I've been acting for over 20 years. Done many commercials, a little bit of TV here and there. But I've never gotten a job where they throw you on a plane and you get to, like, I've had so many friends that are flying to fucking Madrid and Colombia and Mexico to do a commercial. Fucking check. Almost got a check job once. Never got one. Always went to like Mississauga. It's about as far as I can go. But this time they threw me on a plane. You know, Montreal's not that far, but it's a different place. It's a very different place. Cool city. Didn't get to see much of it. I was on the outskirts. Stayed in a hotel. First time in my life that they had the water shut off at 9 because of some road work. I've never been in a nice hotel. It was a pretty decent hotel-ish. You know, a Hilton, like, ugly cousin or whatever. I don't know how you tier the Hilton brand, but it's not a top Hilton. It's one of the, like, brought to you by Hilton. This shitty motel has some new towels. It was a nice hotel. Get off my back. But the water shut off at 9. And they had little bottles of water to be like, is this enough? No. Have you ever fucking flushed a toilet with a bucket of water? It's a lot of water. I need a bucket. You should have buckets down there. Because we can't flush the toilet with a fucking 500 ml bottle. My goodness, I'm losing my mind already with the swearing. I'm so sorry. I have to keep making this podcast explicit so all the little kids can't listen to it. I got too many friends with little kids and I don't want them listening to it. I'm sure their mom and dad have like parental settings on the podcast apps on their little baby iPads. So I had a good job in Montreal. Good job, good time. Flew back. God, flying's fine. You know, I'm getting better with it. But those I had to take like a connecting overseas flight, I guess, back from Montreal that like it must have come from somewhere across the ocean because it was like the fucking Titanic in the sky. It was so big. There's like 3 different tiers of first class, and then us at the back all jammed in, 4 rows. It's like, holy shit, man. I'm not used to flying like that. I'm usually on a 3 on this side, 3 on that side. One of those planes, you know, those sizes. So this one, I was like, I don't know if I felt safer. I'm surprised that they can get that thing off the ground. Amazing flight. It's just amazing how it works. You can get that much weight off the ground. Holy macca. So I'm back. The World Cup is over. I had a great time. Did you guys have a great time watching the World Cup? I had it on in the background every day, like 5 weeks of pure football, pure soccer, pure football. Whoa. Lot of upsets, shitty final. Just Argentina, the most embarrassing performance ever. If this is Messi's last dance at the World Cup, god damn, man, you are too old to be letting that shit happen. You're way too old. You've won everything, Messi. You don't need to win another cup. You're never going to get the record for World Cups. You might get that extra star. But that's it. You're not going to freaking beat Pele. My God, they just like they're fucking like little children out there after they lost, turning their back on Spain when they were celebrating, fighting with them, being jerks. Messi's trying to get cheap shots. Guy's the greatest player to ever play the game, and he's trying to get fucking tattletale points with the ref. What a wiener. The guy looks like he knows 5 words. I've said it before. He's the most dazed, charmless-looking dude I've ever seen. He makes LeBron James look like he is like fucking Don Juan. Have you ever seen someone that is the best at what they do be so fucking charmless? It is. I don't get the Messi thing. I need to watch his whole career to really appreciate him because he just looks like they built him in a lab that ran out of oil. He's good, though. He's good. So that's done. Lots of stuff going on. Congrats to Toronto for hosting some of the games. They got to see the big Portugal-Croatia. Got to see one of the last games for some big-ass players, Ronaldo and Modric, and oh my. And it looked pretty good, let me tell you. I didn't go to the games, but nice view of the lake, nice view of the skyline. Everyone thought I was going to fall down. Trust the engineers. Kawhi Leonard is back on the Raptors. Oh my God. Or is he? Folks? Trade hasn't gone through yet because he's under investigation for the contract he signed when he left the Raptors. Apparently, he was cheating around the salary cap, if you will. Had some no-show job like a fucking soprano. Lined up to earn some more money. More than his salary. So we're waiting to hear for that because they could penalize the Raptors. If the trade goes through and then this investigation concludes, the Raptors will get penalized. We got penalized by that already. He left and they blew apart the team. We were supposed to win 1 or 2 more rings. We ended up going to Tampa for a year. But I might be the kid who fell, you know that show, The Odyssey, or the kid falls out of the tree and he's in a coma for the whole show. I think that's the entire series. He's in a coma and just having fun and dreams. I think that's what The Odyssey is about. And that's what I think I'm in right now, that Kawhi Leonard is back in Toronto and says he was going to retire a Raptor. What the fuck? So he's actually going to sign a contract with Raptors. And I've said on this podcast before, I've said on my old podcast, which was called The Confederacy of Dunks, it's dead. It's dead now. It's gone. But there's some archives there if you search hard enough on the podcast digest. I said that he should not have his jersey retired because he never fully committed to the team. He never signed on the dotted line. He just honored his Spurs contract. And he played only 1 season, so I said, you fucking, all he gets is a street named after him and one of those dog shit, dog crate, condo fucking complexes. That's it. But now that he's back, I think you got to retire Kawhi's jersey. If he retires as a Raptor too, and he was definitely the pivotal thing that made them win. Very strong team, but very pivotal. That shot in Philly, god damn. I think we got to retire his jersey. Now I'm on board with it. He can still have the condo street. Okay, Uncle Dennis? Spotify creator. That's what I use to host this podcast. Make sure you check out Spotify for Podcasters. Brought to you by Manscaping. No, I'm not sponsored by Manscaping. I could probably. I just got to tell them I want to throw their code out. That was the one payment I got from the Sonar Network when we were back on the Sonar Network. Got a ball trimmer and some shorts. Spotify creator, though, very easy way for anyone to start a podcast if you don't know how. This is just a free plug just to let people know. But there are some complaints I think that they're getting. Spotify is not the big thing for podcasts. And I think they have finally understood that. Apparently, the biggest thing for podcast is YouTube. Did you know that? It's probably because everybody's filming their podcast now, their TV shows. They're on fucking Netflix now. Podcasts, like this version of a podcast doesn't really fucking exist as much anymore. Everybody is at least filming it in front of their fucking webcam, but not me, because I'm old school like Mark Maron. At least for now. At least until they force me and they take away audio and it's just video and us pulling on our peckers. So the creator app anyway with Spotify, it was like really hard to find plays. They had like this one update. I was like, Jesus, I gotta really fucking dig for the non-Spotify plays. And sure enough, I think they must have got so many complaints that like the next update, it was like super easy. It's just like everything's together now and it's fucking give a shit about my Spotify plays. Everybody hates Spotify, right? But if you're starting a podcast, I recommend it because it's easy to get the thing going, and you can always move. If you get big and you get on a network or something, they're going to be using something like Megaphone. Easy to bring her over. Easy peasy teasy. The war with Iran is back on. Isn't that fantastic, folks? Remember that little truce that happened a few weeks ago? I had first a note here that was like, finally a truce, the gas will go down. Nope, that fucking dementia, sleepy fucking 80-year-old who said he would never go to war has been in war the majority of the time he's been in office, and I cannot believe he has not been removed or has died. I am shocked. He looks like shit, but somehow it's amazing what you can do with the wonders of science. Trump has the best healthcare in the world, the best healthcare. And even if they didn't have it in America, they could fly him anywhere in the world secretly, and he could have them Keith Richards blood transfusions. Hard to take down a president by illness? Well, just ask FDR, okay? Just ask FDR. It can happen, but not on this stage. That was in the 40s, folks. That was almost 100 years ago. My God. My God, I don't know what to think of all this shit. Strait of Hormuz. Strait of Hormuz. I didn't know what the fucking Hormuz was. Now I know what what's going on with the Hormuz? Everyone wants to know. Is it open? Fuck, okay. It's open. Oh, fuck. Oh, no, it's not. They fucking bombed another tanker. Shit. He has very clearly shown signs of dementia. How are these guys still allowed to be in office? Fucking Mitch McConnell is probably dead. Fucking, they're straight up weekend at Bernieing Mitch McConnell. And we'll get into Lindsey Graham later. Little break. Let's have some levity. It's birthday time. Oh, guys, we haven't done this in a while, huh? Big birthdays today. Will Wheaton's 54. You know Will Wheaton. Stand By Me, Star Trek. I guess The Big Bang Theory. 54, dude. Remember when he was the little kid on the Star Trek? Stephen Dorff. Younger than Will Wheaton. 53. Happy birthday, Stephen Dorff. We'll always love you in Blade. Everything else? you know, you just keep being you. Timothy Omenson, do you know who that is? That's a deep cut for Deadwood fans. He's 57. Yeah, he's 57. Mr. Garrison? Was it Mr. Garrison? He gets killed. But integral part of the show, of course, the deaths and the births. Our cult goddess, Allison Mack, is 44. Smallville and Nexium. The Nexium Queen is 44 years old, and she is not in prison, folks. David Warner passed away 4 years ago, but he would have been, I don't know, 85? You know him from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. Famously picked up a giant dandelion and said, "Dandelions." Josh Radner's 52. Don't know him very well, but he was on How I Met Your Mother. God bless him, he's 52 years friggin' old. Actress Rachel Miner, 46. Everybody knows Rachel Miner. Fucking Rachel Mines. She's done some stuff, right? Is there anything that I remember her from? Rachel. Bully. Guiding Lights. Black Dahlia. Supernatural? Ah, that's the last thing she did. Called it after Supernatural. God bless her. God bless her. Who else we got here? Mike Starr, 76. Yes, the man who showed us what heartburn could be like for our future in the movie Dumb and Dumber. He would have been like 44 in that movie or something, and he ate that chili pepper and it killed him. God damn it, I always thought about that. I was like, fuck, I hope I don't get that one day. Sure enough, Ken Burns is 73. Mr. Zoom, Mr. Zoom, how are you? Boom, boom, boom. Guy's got a famous fucking Zoom and they put it in the Apple. I hope he gets a piece. I hope he gets a friggin' piece of that. Who else we got? Ian Roberts is 61. Oh my God, Todd Bosley is 42. Jesus, I looked at him and I go, looks familiar. Motherfucker looks familiar. Is that Rick Moranis' son? Sure enough, it's that little nerdy guy that was in Little Giants. He's my age. He's 42. I'm not 42 yet, but he's an 84 baby. He looked so much like Rick Moranis. And then I checked on Little Giants. He did not play his son in that movie. And what's even more crazy, his cousin is the dad from Happy Days?
Fitness update.
Okay, we're rocking, we're rolling. I gotta make dinner soon. I'm getting hungry. I gotta go back to work. Boom, chicka boom, chicka boom, chicka boom. But let's talk about the fitness update first, folks. We got stuff to do. We got deadlines to meet. I heard Sweet Thing might be getting back together. There's a rumor going around, guys. Sweet Thing might be getting back together. Whoa, yeah. Hang on your picture in the pouring rain. Just ask fucking Emma Goldsby. What's her name? Emma Stone? Emma Stone. Yeah, ask Emma Stone. She's a big Sweet Thing fan. Put that all over her Easy A movie. They might be getting back together, which means Sweet Thing's going to be in a Yorgos movie soon. Sorry, I love Sweet Thing. I was a groupie of Sweet Thing. Wore their band shirt to the concert. I didn't know. Someone told me not to wear it. Adam Kennedy told me not to wear it. I wore it anyway. I thought I was like supporting a soccer team or a hockey team, you know? Didn't realize you gotta wear cool stuff. Wear a Randy River shirt, idiot. Oh, I went to a college a few weeks ago, and I'm proud to say that I worked out 3 days while I was up there using exercise bands. Guys, get yourself a little pack of exercise bands. They come in a bag. They've got like door jams so that you can do different exercises that require a little stability from the door frame. Fucking fantastic, man. You can do so much shit. Not you like just even different ways of holding these things. It's fantastic. I use travel bands in my workouts now. I do the dumbbells, and I usually finish with some kind of band work because it's easy on your muscles, you know? It's not so hard. You can do a little static, man. I've been working out consistently now 27 of the last 28 weeks. That's a minimum of 3 days a week pumping weights. It's been hard for me to hit it. I feel like toward the beginning of this journey, I was doing 4 or 5 days a week, no problem, especially in the winter. You're bored, but in the summer, you got so much shit to do. You're fucking eating, whatever. So it's been more difficult, and I've had to find different ways to get some exercise when I've been away and I haven't had weights or bands. Been doing a lot of paddle boarding and whatnot. But I'm getting the exercise in. We're keeping consistent, folks. It's just about keeping consistent. Get that check mark in your workout log. Get the travel bands. They're fucking cheap. They're like under $50. I think they can go on sale $20 to $50 anywhere within there. I think they're fantastic. If you don't want to get weights and have all this shit in your house, you can do every fucking part of your body. You can do it all. You can do it all, man. I'm ready to get back into the fasting. I have started a slow fast. Fast started last night, but then today I get to take it off, and then I'm back at it tomorrow, which is nice. I was like, okay, because usually I jump in and I do like a 14 and then 50 and then, get back up to 60. Sometimes it can be hard because I have trouble with water intake, and when you're fasting, you got to drink water. I'm back drinking Nalgene bottles, guys. Fucking remember Nalgene? There's a nice, like, liter bot. It's kind of like ocean fucking blue. I gotta, like, this is what I have to, my wife's the same way. We gotta, like, have water gimmicks. You gotta have fucking water gimmicks to drink water. You gotta have a type of bottle. Oh, I want this stainless steel, or I want this, and give me a Yeti with the straw. Like, you gotta listen to your heart with the water gimmick, because it's so hard for me to drink water. I can throw it in a protein powder shake and drink it no problem, babe, but just drinking like a jug of water fucking sucks. So I have this, I'm on the Nalgene craze right now, okay? To help with the water. One more sip for the fans. This one's for you, Lauren. That's the guy who keeps contacting me. Show your face, Lauren. Hey, Lauren, read this in the transcripts. If you want on this show, the password is Fart Knuckle. Ready to get back into fasting. Fantastic. It does make me feel better once I get into it because I snack too much. I'm a snacker. And it's crazy how fast calories add up. I've been making this like sugar-free pudding. It's really low calorie. It's fucking delicious. My wife gets this chocolate toffee and like you can't even taste it. It hits your tongue and it's gone, but it's somehow 400 calories. So much sugar. So I'm still working out. I'm hitting the weights, but now it's like the pain. There's always pain somewhere. And now in my forearm, I'm still starting to feel a little bit more pain in my wrist. I don't know what's going on the left side there. I've kind of been ignoring it for a long time in my forearms. I'm feeling it when I'm doing bicep curls or hammer curls or Zachman curls. So I gotta start working on it because it's really affecting me. I'm like wearing the brace to sleep so I don't do the dino hands and shit. And I worked out tonight. Feel good. So I got to get 2 more in this week. Hopefully I'll do 3 more. How about that, guys? Keep it up. Keep it up. Just do something. Pump! Health news.
News that is health related.
Let's get to some health news. There's a couple topics I want to talk about real quick, real fast. Here we go. So there was a study that came out targeting exercise and muscle aging. So the interesting part is not simply exercise makes muscles younger. Researchers think they found one of the molecular mechanisms explaining how. As muscles age, levels of regulatory protein called DEF1 rise. That appears to disrupt mTORC1, a system that balances building new muscle components with clearing damaged ones. The result is essentially bad cellular housekeeping. Damaged proteins accumulate and muscle function declines. In the study, exercise activated FOXO-proteins, which suppressed DEF1. That restored the balance and improved muscle maintenance. Researchers also genetically reduced DEF1 in older muscle and saw similar benefits. Much of the mechanistic work was in fruit flies and mice, known for their muscle, with human muscle samples used to show that DEF1 also increases with age. So the headline saying scientists discovered exactly why exercise reverses human muscle aging are overstated. The genuinely interesting possibility is that DEF1 could eventually become a drug target that reproduces some exercise benefits. Not that an exercise pill is around the corner. Wouldn't be a pill, but it could be a drug to help with that DEF1 so that your muscles start to get a little bit younger. Just like that Brian Johnson. Let's just quickly talk about Brian Johnson. You guys know Brian Johnson. He's the multimillionaire who's trying to reverse his age. There's a doc on Netflix, I think, about him if you want to get the top of the mayo jar skim of Brian Johnson. He would never eat mayo. He looks like an alien. He looks like he's been roasting in some kind of like frog. He looks frog-like to me. You know, his skin, I bet, feels like a frog belly. But he's reversing his age. He has all this money and technology and science. And he just found out that he has an autoimmune disease that's eating, his stomach is eating itself. And everyone's going like, oh, fucking looks good on you, bud. Why don't you have a cigarette and a fucking hot dog, idiot? The only thing I will say, I do think it's crazy. The one thing that I like about him is he knows that people aren't going to be able to do what he does. No one's going to be able to do that. He's doing it because he can, and he's hoping he makes discoveries to help people in some way. Maybe he stumbles upon something that will lead to people living a healthier life. I understand that, and I think that's pretty cool that he's doing that. I think he's fucking weird. But I kind of he's using himself as a guinea pig to maybe help prolong the human race, because I do believe, which is a scientific fact, we're constantly exposed to stuff that is harming us, stuff that's bad for our health, and if it can make us stronger or figure out more how we can regulate all this stuff from our lives, then I'm for it. But yeah, the guy's fucking sick, and everyone's pointed to the old Italian guy who's 90 and smoking cigs and drinking wine. He's fucking fine. It just is what it is, man. Brian Johnson, he's a weirdo. You should check him out. And you know, I hope that it does lead to something that's not like, well, this is what you got to do. You just got to have $400 million and then you'll be fine. Look like a goddamn vampire in a pod. Last thing I'll talk about, that was a little bonus Brian Johnson, but there's a shitting parasite going around. It's called Cyclospora cayetanensis. Cayetanensis. Fuck, that's a tough one, folks. Let's call it Cyclospora. It's a microscopic single-cell parasite that infects the small intestine. As of the CDC's June 16 snapshot, 145 domestically acquired cases have been reported across 17 states. Since that time, the number has gone up quite a bit. The signature symptom is exactly why it's making headlines. Frequent, watery, and sometimes explosively urgent diarrhea. It can also cause cramps, bloating, nausea, fatigue, loss of appetite, and weight loss. Untreated, it can drag on for weeks or even more than a month, sometimes disappearing and then returning. The weirdest thing about it is the transmission cycle. You generally don't catch it directly from another person who is currently shitting themselves. The parasite passes in feces, and it needs time outside the body to mature and become infectious. People usually get it from contaminated water or fresh produce. Previous outbreaks have involved cilantro, basil, raspberries, lettuce, and packaged salads. The source of the current surge has not yet been identified, but there have been some rumors and ideas around Taco Bell causing some of the diarrhea, which is confusing people because it's supposed to cause diarrhea. And Taylor Farms. Now, if you've ever had those fancy dill pickle salads, boy, do I love a dill pickle salad from Costco, Taylor Farm. Taylor Farm is a huge MAGA supporter, heavy MAGA donor, and he apparently is fucking shit to his workers. Since we're talking about shit, when his workers have to take a shit, they can't fucking do it in a bathroom or a porta potty, so they do it out in the fields. And this parasite, this cyclospora, it's not from agriculture, it's from human shit. So if you have got it, you've eaten someone's human shit. Isn't that nice? Isn't that fantastic? Taylor Farms, everyone's saying not to use fucking Taylor Farms. Allegedly. I don't want the podcast being sued. I don't make enough money. Lauren? Lauren, are you a lawyer? Guy who wants to be on the pod. Are you a lawyer? I'll get you on if you're a lawyer. We could talk about Taylor Farms. So they're going to sue. Allegedly, you don't let your fucking workers take a piss in a port or a bathroom. Ridiculous, these corporate fucking things. So what you want to do, that comes from America, of course. Of fucking course, right? Right now? Of course there's a fucking shitting parasite from America with that fucking Bobby Jr. running shit. Like, God. God, I can't believe it's only been a year and a half with Trump. Oh, God. God, why are we here again? Why are we here? Why are we here again with him? Oh, God! The feds have stopped the Billy Bishop Airport from being expanded. That means no big jets, big Titanics of the sky will be coming into the Toronto Harbor. Boy, conservatives aren't happy about that, because you know what they say? Think of the jobs! Think of all the jobs if you had a bigger airport there. Data centers. Think of the jobs. God, you guys don't see the future. You don't see the jobs in it. Who's gonna spray the water on the servers? The jobs. Fuck, I'll apply for one of those jobs. What do I gotta do? Stick a thermometer in the fucking tank? Are all these servers just like underwater? Like waterproofed underwater? And they're just like bubbling like a fucking nuclear power plant's. You know, you're constantly having to put cold water in or it's gonna fucking melt down. We're gonna get fucking. Is that what's coming? You don't understand. The fucking servers say the jobs. Fucking, can't we think of anything else? Does it have to be data center jobs? I don't want to fucking work at a data center. And do you fucking conservatives want that shit in your backyard? Have you heard? Just look up a few videos of people that live near them. It's like a fucking David Lynch movie. It's like he's outside doing the music for one of his fucking movies. 24/7. Out there eating Cheetos. Doing his weird Eraserhead score. Fuck. Not in my backyard. Not in your backyard. Not in anyone's fucking backyard. Lindsey Graham is dead. I heard that he was a closeted man. Allegedly. The grinder flag is at half-mast. I saw a joke. Stole that one. That's someone online. Good job. Lindsey Graham really fucked up. I always said about him that he looked like he had a little tuna salad at the corner of his mouth at all times. Looks like one of those guys from the South, from South Carolina. He had a little tuna sandwich in the corner of his mouth. Could be something else, obviously, now that we have heard the rumors. Lindsey Graham, he's fucking dead. One of the shit ones. One of the real shit politicians. He was fucking anti-Trump and said all this horrible shit, and then he's slogging his log. Slogging that log. Just left and right, dude. Not missed. A lot of those fucking politicians don't fucking give a shit. They're just bad people. They're just fucking bad people. So yeah, goodbye. I'm not gonna say rest in peace. Goodbye. But I will say rest in peace to Glenn Hansard. Famous Irish man. Fucking, if it's not a helicopter, if it's not fucking Oliver Tree in a goddamn helicopter, it's a fucking motorcycle. Stay off fucking motorcycles, guys. People are getting worse at driving, and they just gotta make one, like a 10-degree oopsie daisy and you're fucking dead. And now poor Glenn Hansard's dead. I don't know what the beef is with his accident. I don't know what happened. If he was responsible, if he wasn't, I don't know. Was he speeding? I don't know. I really don't know anything about him. I know he's a great Irish musician, and his song was prominently played in one of the greatest shows ever made called Last Man on Earth. Tandy. If anybody knows what Tandy is, give him a hug today because he loved the shit out of Glenn Hansard's song. Rest in peace, though. It sucks when you lose an Irish. It hurts. It hurts. I'm Irish. It just hurts when you lose an Irish musician, you know, like the Cranberry. It tickles the wrong fucking nerve. Fucking Tin Lizzy. Fucking hell, mate. I have been really worried about flying lately because of this like baggage tag swap that's going on at Pearson Airport, the biggest airport, one of the biggest in North America. Fuck, I don't know, maybe the world. People, the fucking baggage handlers, they're under there with the conveyor belts and shit. They're fucking working for the mobs and the triads or whatever the fuck, bikers. They're ripping off your tag and they're putting it on a bag full of drugs. And then you get there and it gets scanned in like fucking Spain. And they're like, Jesus, there's a lot of fucking cocaine in here. And then they take you in and they're like, hola, me. You're like, what the fuck? Somebody speak English? What do you mean? And he fucking show you the suitcase and you're like, God damn. It's a lot of cocaine. What are your jails like here? I guess I'm going to be here a while. So they say that you should take a picture of your tag and the bag before you throw it on the old baggage thing. Just a little, you know, they're obviously crunching down on it a little bit now. But I don't want to go to a country where they don't speak English and then they're like, you have a lot of heroin. And I'm like, I just have like a bunch of Metamucil in there. What could it be? Heroin. No, Metamucil. Heroin, Metamucil. So just make sure, just make sure you take a little pic and ask for the receipt. I want to see the weight when I checked it in and the weight of those drugs. Okay. Jared Leto. Jared Leto. It sounds like we've finally seen the last. We thought Morbius would be the last of him. Goddamn might be. Remember when he had that little surge and he won an Oscar playing a gay man? Well, he's got 10 women that say he raped them. So we might be seeing the last of Jared Leto. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to miss him or anything too much. I mean, sometimes he's good, sometimes he's a little much. But here's another thing that's happened in Hollywood, and we'll see we'll see if the Me Too still has a little steam. Because it seems like a little loosey-goosey with this stuff again. Like we're back in the fucking 80s. Hopefully, if all this is true, he gets his Cummins. Well, he's in damage. Jared, do you want on the pod? Lauren, get Jared on. You can get on the pod if you get Jared Leto to come on first. And then, Lauren, you're going to come on my pod after you get Jared Leto. Lauren! Losing my mind. PlayStation is removing paid movies. If you have them on your account, apparently there was over 500 movies that were removed. If you bought them, you paid for them. You paid probably $25, $30, maybe cheaper. You bought them, you thought they were yours, and now they're fucking gone. And then you hear that they're getting rid of physical games. There'll be no more physical games. What's that going to do to the fucking nerd pawn shops? Okay? There's some people speculating that this is the end of console gaming. Everything's going to be pushing to PCs, which are very expensive, obviously, because of the RAM and whatnot. So we might be fucking going back to just playing retro shit. That's what it's like. I sold my fucking PS3 and I feel stupid now. Should have kept it. It's going to be worth a lot of money. People are going to want to go back to the physical games. All that shit that has physical games are going to become really valuable. PlayStation, I don't know, man. It seems like it's like Xbox. They say Xbox is going to go first, and then like a couple years later, maybe PlayStation, and that'll be it. And even with all this Grand Theft Auto shit, everyone's been waiting and waiting and waiting. And then you find out that there's all these subscriptions set up in the game. If you want access to certain things, you gotta pay money monthly. There'll be no physical copy. It's like, what the fuck? The whole thing that keeps video games going since they first came out in the fucking 70s is that you could take a physical game that you own and lend it to your friend. That's the fucking whole thing that keeps the shit together, not the fucking online community, not the big crazy story games that everyone's waiting decades for. It's being able to fucking play this game and go, man, you gotta fucking play this. It's awesome. Here, try it. That's the spirit of video gaming. And if you take that away, it's dead. It's fucking dead. We're all going to be just playing fucking retro. That's okay. I still got my fucking Wii. You okay with that, Lauren? Lauren's a part of the podcast now. Won't have him on, but I'm going to talk to him this way. Anyway, the last thing I'll leave you with here is just a pleasant little video. If you live in Canada and you don't own a house, well, here's why.
Entire country's economy on a housing bubble, on banking, rails, and infrastructure of lending. We built our economy. We didn't build it on jobs. We didn't build it on natural resources. We're the richest country in the world, and we decided, no, we're not going to do what every other country does. We're not going to invent things. We are not going to we're not going to make it easy to start businesses or to grow companies. We're going to make every single person who just buys an average piece of property in 1990, if they just stay in their home and they just make their minimum payments, we're going to make them all millionaires. And they did, right? Everybody I know is a millionaire if they had just hold on to a home in Sorrento with their acreage in Salmon Arm, and they're millionaires. That's not normal. That's not the way it was supposed to be. They bought that house for $150,000. It should maybe be $250,000, not $1.75 million.
Thanks for listening. Welcome to episode 140. Moving on to 141. We're done. Make yourself some dinner. Hug your dog. God bless George Bush.